Hi there, I'm going to be talking about what we are using this year for our first grade homeschooling curriculum. So my son is 6 and going into first grade, and so we are going to look at what we are going to be using this year. So we have started a little bit. We've been doing a little bit of math and reading and other activities as needed, but we'll be officially starting in another week or so. So first, our math, we're using Horizons Math 2, and we have started this. Last year we used Saxon Math, and I liked it. I think it went too slow for my son. We ended up doing 2 or 3 lessons a day and just flying through it. We ended up doing 2 years of math last year for him. He's very math inclined. So this year he wanted something with more color, and we chose Horizons. So we've started on that a little bit, and it's definitely very colorful. It has a good variety of activities. Each lesson is the front and back of a page, and it starts out with review. You're supposed to do all of the problems. He does not, because most of this is review right now, and he just doesn't like busy work, and I don't blame him. So I pick how many he needs to do if it's something new. Like right now we're learning counting by 6s, and that's something new. So I make him do all of that. So we are about 20 lessons in and enjoying it so far. I wish that there was more instruction in the teacher's manual. Saxon Math was very scripted and laid out exactly what to say, which I liked. I could skip stuff if I didn't like it. But if I struggled or needed wording on how to explain things, I really liked that about Saxon, and Horizons lacks that quite a bit. Also, Horizons references using flashcards that were not available on Horizons website. So that is something that I've recently had to find on my own and hope that I'm using the right thing. So not that big of a deal at this level, but something that is kind of unfortunate, and it's not available on their website. Next, we are using the Daily 6-Trait Writing. My son really struggles with any sort of creative writing. So if you tell him to draw a picture and write a story about whatever, he has a hard time with that. So this book hopefully will help us. It's very short daily lessons. Each week is about one thing, and it builds upon each other. So the first lesson is, what is a topic? And then each day that week it builds. Choose a topic, draw a picture on it. What topic do you want to write about? Think of a topic and draw it. This will be very hard for him. Doesn't seem that hard, but for him it is a big struggle. So hopefully this will be fun, short little chunks. There are instructions for each week for the teacher to give ideas for teaching. For grammar, we will be using first language lessons. Nice gentle introduction. Again, short lessons that are mostly done orally. Not a lot of writing for the student. My son does not like to write, so that's good. And this book is, I believe, for 1st through 2nd grade. And so we'll be using this for 2 years if it goes well. For reading, last year we used ABC Darien, and I really loved it. I think it's a really great program. The level that he used last year was the ABC Darien B. And I looked at the next level up, and it was just a little bit too much for his age. It was a lot more of the root of words, and he's only 6. So he wasn't quite to that point. That was like a 3rd or 4th grade level activity. So we are using the Ordinary Parent's Guide to Teaching Reading. Again, he pretty much can pick up a book and read it. He doesn't need a lot more instruction, so we are really more towards the very end of this book. So mostly I will be using this with my younger son, but we have it for just finishing out those phonics lessons. For spelling, we're going to be using All About Spelling, Level 1, and probably end up using Level 2 this year as well. So this comes with the student pack, which includes all of the sound cards and progress chart, word cards, and then also it has your letter tiles and the little cards for your phonograms. This is also a great phonics-based spelling program, so this will be a good review for him as well. Since we're not really using a solid phonics program this year because he just didn't really need it. Next, for Story of the World, for history, we're using Story of the World. So we have the book and the activity book, which is full of crafts and activities and really fun stuff that I'm really excited, and I think he's going to love this too. So the first part is the activities, and the second part is all of the student activity pages, and these are reproducible. So I'm going to copy these, and then the book can be used again in a couple years for my younger children. We are using, for handwriting, we're using Handwriting Without Tears. This is Level 2. He did Level 1 first grade last year. And then I also got the pack that included 2, and then the Intro to Cursive, because he really wants to learn, I guess it's not in that binder. He really wants to learn fancy writing this year. So we're going to do a little bit the Intro to Cursive that Handwriting Without Tears offers. We're also using this cute little book from Usborne, I Can Draw Animals. He really struggles with drawing, so he really needs that step-by-step drawing. It's a fun activity. It is really helping to boost his confidence in his ability to draw. And not only is he doing it, but I'm doing it right along with him. So he draws one, and then I draw one, and I have him write his name and the date, which he usually insists on making the abbreviated form because he hates handwriting. So we are having this as our cute little keepsake notebook of our drawings this year, and I'm really excited to do that with him. For science, we don't have an actual curriculum. I might end up deciding to use one. I'm looking at the elemental science biology for the classical student. But for now, we have mostly Usborne books. I am an Usborne consultant, so I have a really great library full of fantastic nonfiction, fun, interesting books that he loves and learns so much from. So we may not even use a curriculum for science this year and just use our fantastic books. So I have the first Encyclopedia of Science. This is just a good overview of science in general. He really loves space, so we're going to be doing that as well. Our main focus will be biology, animals, plants, the human body. So we'll be using this book. Mysteries and Marvels of Nature, also from Usborne. And this sort of, he loves wildcrats. And this is kind of like that. It talks about all of the amazing features that animals have. So I couldn't resist this book since we love wildcrats so much in this house. I also have the Science Around the World from Janice Van Cleve. And this has activities, science activities for various habitats, so we will probably use that. The Usborne World of Animals, this book is beautiful. Different animals around the world, amazing photographs, information, and this book is internet referenced. So each page has an internet link where you go to this website, and there's even more to learn about for each topic. So I think this is going to keep us plenty busy without really needing a formal curriculum for science this year. Something that we have already started, and daily my boys pick an activity and are always really excited. The 365 science activities. This is such a fun book, and especially my 4-year-old, he always asks if we can do something fun. And by that he means pick an activity from the book. So pretty much daily I just let them choose something. We are working on this one as we collect all of the items that we need, lots of popsicles. And there's activities that take a few minutes, and you have the stuff on hand already. We have made bread, we did that last week. And then there's activities that require a little bit more material and time. So there's a good variety in this book, and mostly we've been doing this daily, and I think that's gonna keep us pretty busy as well. I think that's about it, and we'll see how it all goes, and hopefully everything will work out well and we'll have a great year. So if you have any questions, just let me know, and thanks for stopping by.